Okay, this is the story time playlist where I look, where I explore uh, kids' books and other things that help to shape our expectations about life and our worldviews and things about that. So for this book, this one is the Babies and Doggies book, classic. It's rad. Just shows a bunch of babies and doggies doing things that they both like to do. Lots of things babies do, doggies do too. Babies like to hide and peek, babies and doggies do. They like to eat, true. They get funny and goofy. They do. They run to the loopy, yeah, etc. A lot of people are a little nervous about anthropomorphism when we look at animals and see ourselves. And the more we learn about animals, the more we realize that's a much, I don't like using this word. I don't like using the word nuance because it's a cop-out a lot of times. Curry. Dale is scratching her ear and moaning. Come here, girl. The truth is that we communicate a lot with these guys because there's a lot of things that they do that we can interpret accurately and vice versa. And that's so by nature. Like, Dale or I could walk up to most other animal in the animal kingdom, domestic or wild, exhibit certain behaviors like anger, fear, sadness, and almost any other living being could interpret at least some of those things accurately. There's something going on between us. So I'm not opposed to looking at, similarities because there are some, and it helps us understand each other. It helps us have empathy and understand the perspective of entities that are not just other humans but other species, which is necessary in our time of destruction. So now my hand itches. It's a lot. So, Babies and Doggies book, I like it. I think it forms a pretty good, solid expectation. It doesn't go overboard. It's not like babies and doggies like to date and like dogs dressed up in a dating outfit or something like that. They're like real things. Like they like to cuddle. They do. So does pretty much every mammal. They smile when they're happy. Yeah, this one's a little debatable. But I think most people actually agree that dogs do kind of pull back their lips or mouth, open their mouth wider when they're happy. Whether they're imitating the human smile, who knows? Whatever, doesn't really matter. We don't need to draw huge conclusions about any of these things. They get silly and splashy. Yep, they do. Dogs do stuff when they're happy. When she's happy, she like bounces around like a deer and runs around and does little brodies, and I didn't have to tell my 2-year-old daughter that Dale was happy when she was doing that. My 2-year-old daughter, with very little exposure to things in the world, accurately interpreted Dale as happy. They were communicating. That's like natural law, natural wisdom that I think we need to maintain a perspective on as like a baseline. a reliable baseline for reality.